here. Hello and welcome back. It's a brand new week. How you feeling? It's the other side of the Aquarius full moon. I don't know about you. Did you realise? Maybe you didn't have it where you were, but here in the UK, after the full moon at the weekend, the heavens opened. The thunder, the light, well, I'm not sure if the lightning happened, but definitely the thunder happened and the heavens did open. And I just thought, how fascinating, because Aquarius is the water bearer. And it was the first moon of two full moons in Aquarius. Believe it or not, we have the next one in August. I think it was August the 22nd. Might be wrong. It might be August the 24th. So that was kind of fascinating because I thought, oh, is this like we're not going to be kind of feeling any effect the other side of the moon, on the other side of the moon this month? But actually, I'm feeling a lot clearer and a lot lighter the other side of this moon. And I'm hoping that you guys are too, wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching. Hello, my name is Tiffany Corsara. I am an inner transformation specialist and I work with intuitives that have lost themselves in others or situations or heck, even a tarot deck because of their purpose to serve and their passion to serve. And we need to use some of that steely drive to do so, to come back to ourselves first. So that's what I do, is I help you do that. I help you power up your passion, your purpose, and your partnerships at the rate of a manifest a miracle a month, because that is what my groups are called: free groups and paid groups, memberships and masterminds, but we do it through the transformational truth of tarot. And when I show up with you at this time on a Monday, every Monday, I take you through a little meditation that we use in those groups called the tarotfeely, which does exactly what I've just been speaking to you about. It's the fastest, most instant way that you can come out of losing yourself in someone or a situation, or heck, even a tarot deck. And so we're going to do that together now, whether you have cards, tarot cards, or oracle, or you don't have any of that, that's okay. As long as you can sit here and give yourself just a couple of minutes to tune in. Okay, that's it. No distractions, just 2 minutes. It's going to be short, it's going to be quick. All right, so let's do this. All right, so if you have tarot or oracle, you can give them a shuffle now. And if you don't have tarot or oracle, that's fine. You can just tune into this one. And if you have tarot or oracle, take a card now without looking. We're not looking at the card because that does make ourselves go into the card. It's like, oh, what does this mean? Or we have some emotional reaction to the judgment of the card, particularly if it looks negative. We're going to bypass all of that stuff and we're going to go straight up to our higher self. So we're not going to block the message that comes through us through judging or through fear or anything like that. Are you ready? So if you have your card that you haven't seen, place it between your hands. And if you don't have one, just tune into this one, but we're letting go of needing to know what the card is, because it is not about that. Okay. And then you just close your eyes and you take a nice deep breath in and out and you just relax. So instead of trying to get something, which happens a lot with tarot or spiritual or intuitive stuff, we try way too hard. So instead of being in that mode, I want you to flick the switch and be in the relaxation mode. So just allow yourself to soften. And welcome the energy between your hands, whether you've got a card there or not, that energy between your hands in prayer position. Just tune into it now and allow it to just trickle or run or gush or pour or however you feel it. Just allow it to come from your hands up through your arms into your being. So you're just allowing it to change your energetic state. Just tune into how that feels. And anything you see, just allow it to be there. Don't judge it. Anything you see or don't see, don't judge it. Just allow it to be there. And then you send your thoughts up to the universe and you just say, Dear universe, if there's a message in this for me today, what is it? And just allow it to come in whatever way it does. And just tune into the energy and the healing of that message because it's coming from your higher self if you've connected. And then you'll know if you've connected because it will be about you, not anybody else, not another situation, not another person. And it will be an empowering message rather than a fearful one. So if you have that, then I want you to breathe that in through your being so you're resonating that energy out. And then you just give gratitude to the universe and come back round. Hey, it's nice to see people here. And a lot of you joined during the meditation. So hopefully you still got enough for this part. I expect there's some regulars here. Hello. Do say hello to me in the chat box, whether you're a regular or a newbie, because we're going to do the little wind up now, which is to do the collective wisdom pool. Okay, so to do the collective wisdom pool, I share what I got and I tell you the card. And then, if you're watching live or on replay, you'll also have your own interpretation of that. You can put in your message then if you want to as well. But it also starts off a ripple of okay, so I get this. You'll see if other people share as well. So basically, what I want you to do, and it'll make sense when you're doing it, is I want you to put in the chat box your message of what you got, and whether you were tuning into my card or if you weren't, then what your card is. Okay, and I will do the reveal of my message and the card to start us off, and then hopefully I'll have some in the comments. Okay, let's do this. So I felt a rhythm. It was like a ka-chung, 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 ka-chung. So it felt quite industrious as the energy was pouring through my arms like a steam engine. There was like a wheel, there was like a motion going on. And I just got this feeling of like, yeah, you're on it. You're on it with consistency. And when you're consistently on it, that momentum, it builds, it builds, it builds, it builds. And there was this real feeling of that. And then this little voice in my head went, yeah, but what if I'm just going the wrong way? What if I'm going, what if I've caught the wrong train to the wrong direction? So obviously there was a bit of a wobble in my connection there. And the message came back was that, well, that's your judgment. You'll still get to the same place. And I was like, well, what if I don't want to get to the same place? Like, they were like, if you go this way around the wheel or that way around the wheel, you still get to the same place. I was like, what if I don't want to get to the same place? What if I actually want to get somewhere? And they were like, well, this is your judgment. Shall we see? Queen of Cups. Well, there is a wheel behind her. It does feel like there's something here about tuning into the energy of motion and flow. Flow was a word that I edited out. So you see, I did it too. I didn't actually speak about the word flow. It was this feeling of being in the flow. And I'm feeling like this here is like saying to let go of the judgment of where I should be or where I want to go and just feel into the energy in the flow. That's what I've got. So let's see if there's a collective ripple building out. Please put your message and your card in the chat box. Thank you, Gail. Fabulous to see that you have. So let's see. Hi, Tiffany. I have a vision of stretched upwards and elongated, and the message was be carefree and free. Saw a duck race after a message. I'm not sure. Well, you saw a duck race after a message. Interesting. Card is 10 of Wands. So if you think of the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Wands doesn't really look that carefree and doesn't really look that elongated. I'm going to try and find it here in the light seers as I talk to you. So I'm going to be looking down. And that's a really good example of one of the benefits of the tarotfeely, because I always say this about the tarotfeely, that it's actually the antidote. If you have a card that looks a bit stressful or anything along those lines, if you tarotfeely it before you see it, what you'll do is that's it. That's a good thing, isn't it? Tarotfeely it before you see it. Should be a slogan of mine. And what that does is it actually helps you to see, well, to feel and to get the higher self message. So if you just saw the 10 of Wands, for instance, you probably wouldn't feel that elongated, would you? It's here, look. And you wouldn't really feel that carefree. Look how laden down it is, right? So what Gail's done is she's picked up on the antidote. So by not looking at the card, by feeling, going up to the higher self can actually give her the antidote to the card, right? Which is to elongate herself, maybe stretch out or things along those lines, and allow herself to be more carefree about things and maybe care less about some things. Yes, which kind of is the antidote, yes, get it, to the 10 of Wands. Because you might, when you do the tarot feeling, if you got a message like that, and then you look at it, you're like, well, that's not very carefree. And you're like, exactly, yes. Then that's why we're not losing ourselves in the card, which we do when we go into our tuition, using our intuition to tune out of ourselves into a person, a situation, or a card. Ouch, that's out tuition, yes. And so the tarot stops that and helps you come back into yourself. And that's what I do. But this is like the quickest way I can show you, the quickest little momentary kind of instant benefit thing I can show you of how I do it is through the tarot in this exercise. You can also see that there is a collective ripple, which is the Queen of Cups is all about the flow, right? Being in the flow. And so the main message so far is to be more carefree and in the flow. Okay. Yes, random duck race is fun. I'm glad to hear that, Gail. Hello, Julian. Yes, Queen of Cups is feminine and presents cups abundance question mark. You see, this is how I do tarot differently. Okay, we're not looking at the card and trying to interpret what it means. That is losing yourself in a tarot card. That is using your intuition as outtuition. So the experience I have just done, and maybe you've only just come on, shows you how to do it differently, Julian. So if you have just come on, we're ending now. So I would go back to the beginning and I'll take you through a little meditation and it will show you how to get the higher message from any card. And I hope that's useful. It's lovely to see you. All right, my lovelies. Look forward to knowing how that went, especially if you're on replay. Just chuck a message, Julian, and anyone else. Just let me know what you got, the message and the card. And I can't wait because it is a real mind blowing way of reaching higher levels with the tarot. You're so welcome, Julian. Do put it in and let me know. All right. Take care, everyone. Have an amazing week. Bye for now.